Hello there and welcome to another artist vlog about reconnecting with inspiration and trusting the process of becoming a flower painter.
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Oh, you know you're all I want.
The thing about inspiration is it is always available, but it doesn't always bloom on demand. It's something that I need to cultivate by connecting. Actually, it's kind of as simple as that.
Jump in the gun to play it safe. Let's spend the weekend here in this bed. We can sleep in and let the feelings over.
I can definitely have hermit tendencies. So this season, I have been intentionally balancing with the joy of getting out and connecting with this beautiful place that I live.
I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying.
I have been moving through a very long period of not knowing exactly where my work wants to go. Continuing to show up, continuing to create, continuing to listen, sometimes being very frustrated. It's not all a walk in the park by any means. I cannot stop painting these ephemeral, cloudy, sky-like backgrounds. I have been doing this now for about a year, not exactly knowing what they want to be, but knowing that there's something more. At the same time, I have been infatuated with flowers and trying to paint them in all different kinds of ways, but constantly running into one problem, which is there's so many flowers, which ones should I paint? And this is kind of a recurring problem that I encounter every morning. I am a very visually inspired person. So in order to try to help myself out and get over this little hump, I decided to turn my refrigerator into a living mood board. So I am printing out some of these photos that I have been taking from all around town. And I also am mixing them with some inspiring photos that I find on places like Pinterest, but really trying to focus in on the Texas native wildflowers, because through growing a garden myself, those are mostly what I'm learning from, and I'm learning how important they are for this environment. And there's something else that I don't quite understand. There's something ineffable about my relationship that is unfolding with the wildflowers. My family, my mom's side of the family, has really deep Texas roots. And since I grew up overseas and I only moved to the US when I was 16, I have always struggled to feel that sense of belonging, actually, in this country and also in Texas. And this past year, I've really been focusing on that. And I'm finding it, I suppose, through my connection with the earth and through these wildflowers. And in having that definition and having this very visual mood board, it's something that I can just add to and grab from and evolve. And it's been really helpful in grounding this kind of inspiration that's been floating around, but in a little bit of a disconnected way, if you know what I mean. As you also might know, my own garden is in a state of recovery. Poor garden cocoa got really badly hit by a hailstorm, and I am treating myself to a trip to the art store. I need it for my spirit. I'm not getting anything super interesting, but there's something really inspiring to me about just leisurely walking the aisles, noticing all of the color. Ever since I was a kid, I've always experienced memory and the world through color. So this is like heaven on earth to me, basically. I'm exercising restraint. I'm just getting a couple of supplies that I've been out of, and I'm trying something new. I'm trying a new brush cleaner because why not? I feel like the beauty of moving through life and getting older is refinement. You can have this process and be constantly enjoying it and refining it at the same time. And that is something that helps me not get stuck in my ruts that I am totally not immune from getting stuck in. But if I can just make tiny improvements that ever so slightly make things easier, more joyful, more beautiful, that's what I'm here for. For this painting this afternoon, I busted out my big DIY palette, a piece of tempered glass placed on top of an art storage cart. And I like using this palette when I'm painting large-scale things on the wall because it's so big. And it's at the perfect height to where I can reach it. And when I'm painting on the wall, unlike some easels, it doesn't have a place to hold a palette, and I don't love holding it in my hand, actually. In my hand, though, I have a reference image, and funnily enough, this is not one of the ones that I printed out. I found it just this morning, but it kind of encapsulates the exact feeling that I have and that I want to exude through this flower piece. I am drawing inspiration for this piece from Japanese byobu, which is traditional silkscreen painting and usually nature and seasonally inspired. I've been researching Japanese byobu, which is also part of my process, by the way. It's very much in line with my Zen practice and something I have been doing for quite some time, so it comes naturally to me. Something clicked. I thought I could combine my two worlds of the Japanese byobu with the Texas wildflowers that I'm growing. So my two teachers combined here. And in this one afternoon, something shifted for me. This is the first time that this vision and this feeling that I have had for so long about the direction that I want my work to head and sort of the meaning and the feeling that I want for it to exude all came together. Sometimes the best thing that I can do when I have one of these breakthroughs is to stop and not to push it and not to continue, but just to let it settle on the canvas. So I am going to evening zen, and the good news is that the hailstorm that hit Garden Cocoa was very strong, but also very isolated. So most of the neighboring areas were not hit, and the Zen Center gardens could not be more beautiful. So I am just enjoying, again, getting out and taking a look at all of the beauty that's here in the present moment. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little glimpse into my process, and I would love to know, how is your process going? Is there something that is in your world of inspiration that wants to be expressed? And what does that look like for you? I hope that you are having a beautiful and inspired summer, and until we meet again.